welcome to episode 6 of Comics and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Lumpy.
And this is the review show that reviews comics chronologically, kind of. So we're going into Detective Comics 1939, yeah.
It is 1939, that's right.
Yeah, but I wrote 59 down on my notes. And it's Detective Comics number 31 in September 1939. There you go. I got it.
Spit it out.
I got it eventually.
You're going to get there.
I did it. Anyway, the cover of this one is Batman again. And it's actually a pretty neat cover.
Yeah, it's a cool
cover.
A
good cover.
Yeah, definitely my favorite cover so far.
And Batman's looming over this castle, and then there's this guy in a red hood carrying some lady.
His ears are giant. They're so
he looks
big
angry
now.
though, too, doesn't he? Batman looks angry on that cover.
Powerful and awesome, the mysterious Batman again appears to oppose the evil forces of a terrifying master of crime known as the Monk. You know what's funny about this one? The title of this one that I got is Batman vs. the Vampire Part 1.
That's what I got.
I don't have anything.
So, I don't know where the vampire comes in.
I didn't read the next comic yet.
Neither did I. This ends on the to be continued, just for a spoiler.
Right. But, spoiler alert, there's no vampire in this first episode.
No, but there's some strange twists and turns in this
really crazy things going on here.
Yeah, so...
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
We open up with Batman on the rooftops as usual.
Yeah.
And there's this lady pushing this guy off of a roof, right?
I don't know, or into a pole? I can't figure that out.
The weird thing is, she never actually, in the comic itself, she's not actually touching him. So they make it almost seem like she pushes him away with like a power, like
she has psychic powers. I think I think you might be alright about that. But it doesn't matter because the guy she hits goes throws up against a pole, and in the next panel he's on top of a telephone pole with Batman.
That's what's going on. She is going after him, and Batman lassos him and pulls him up the pole.
Oh, yeah, there's the rope. I see it now.
That's what's going on.
Okay.
It's so blended into the background.
Yeah.
Batman pulled him up. I got you.
I see it now, too.
And then Batman says, Julie, you. Yeah, he knows her.
He recognizes his fiancée, Julie Madison. What? They've never mentioned her before.
I had no idea Bruce Wayne was engaged, did you?
No, I had no idea.
Anyway, what's even funnier is Batman puts Julie in the red car that's supposedly Bruce Wayne's car, and she still doesn't know that it's Batman.
Again, we've never established that it was Bruce Wayne's car.
You're right. And this kind of proves that because his fiancé doesn't recognize it.
Okay, I guess he's hiding this car in a garage somewhere.
I don't know where he's hiding the car, but
is he parking the car 2 blocks away from his own manor?
Well, this is what I thought too. When he takes her home, I'm thinking it's his fiancée. He's taking her home to his house, but that's not how it worked back then.
No, she has her own place.
Yeah, they definitely do not live together without being married.
Right? No.
Yeah.
No.
But
tell your fiancé, Bruce Wayne, all that happened. Good night.
Yeah, but it does mention that Bruce is a playboy, so it's not like things aren't happening.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know. But being a playboy just means maybe he had a couple drinks and fell in a pool or something. It doesn't mean like he's out.
Sometimes playboy actually would mean like a single guy or an up-and-coming
right.
back then.
I don't think he's out hooking up with chicks.
No.
I mean, you never know.
He could have been.
You never know.
With his kind of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bruce Wayne comes over the next morning, and they say, we better go see a doctor, I guess, because you're crazy.
Right.
And the doctor seems to be mind-controlled.
The doctor is weird. For one, he seems mind-controlled, but he tells her to go on an ocean voyage to the land of the werewolves.
Yes. I don't understand.
Nobody thinks that's weird?
Well, that's weird, but I got the impression that he's mind-controlled by the monk guy. That's why he told him to do that.
That's what I thought, too. But, like, Batman doesn't. Bruce Wayne doesn't think.
But neither one of them think, what are you talking about?
And then the cruise line they go to is called Lunar Lines.
But I just realized something looking at the doctor. He kind of looks like Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
So it's funny, though. Bruce Wayne does. He is a little bit. He says he doesn't like the crack that the doctor made about the werewolves.
Oh, so he thinks he's joking about it.
Yes.
Okay. Yet he still sticks her on a boat by herself and lets her go. Like, go on a cruise, but by yourself?
Yeah.
That is odd. Like, the doctor's give people that advice?
I guess back then maybe.
I wish a doctor would tell me that. I wish I went to the doctor next time I get sick and stay home from work, and he says, "Go on a cruise."
You know what? The best
I
medicine for you is a vacation.
Yeah. Give me a note, and I can take it into work and say, "Look, I got to go on a cruise." Doctor says,
"I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks."
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne has better things to do and leaves his fiance on a boat.
Crazy.
And then
but he's not really sending her alone.
No, because he gets in his Batcopter.
Well, before that, he goes and home, and his Batsuit's standing there by itself. Do you see it behind him?
It's hanging on a pole.
That's weird.
On the post of his bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's not putting it away in its chest, so anybody who walks in there can find his Batsuit.
Right. Now, they're not calling this a Batcopter.
The Bat Gyro.
What is a gyro? Is that just
it's
another word for...
It's a spinny thing. It's
okay.
like a gyroscope, but it's a Batcopter.
Yeah, it is. And we get introduced to the Batarang, too.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
we do. But people think there's a giant bat flying over, or they're being attacked by Martians.
He doesn't try to hide it. He flies it straight over the city.
Don't they know where it's coming from?
They think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, they're being attacked by Martians.
Then his fiancé sees him.
But it's even funnier because that Batcopter looks like it's a toy. So there's no way it's surviving that trip over the ocean like it's telling us it is.
And it also flies by itself. It's got its autopilot.
Yeah, the autopilot apparently exists in 1939.
Yeah, he's flying his automatic controls. The Batman prepares for a visit.
Then he descends the ladder of the thing to get on the boat with his fiancée.
And leaves the thing in the air.
And leaves it in the air.
Yeah.
It's on autopilot.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it have been easier just to go with her and then get changed somewhere and say, "Excuse me"?
True. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to go to bed. I don't feel well. Batman.
But then how does he get off the boat?
Doesn't he have a boat?
Well, apparently we don't know about a boat yet.
Yeah, in this he doesn't. He has a Bat Gyro.
How does the monk guy get off the boat?
Where does the monk guy even come from? He's just wandering around a cruise?
So this monk guy
He's on
shows
the
up.
cruise.
The monk guy shows up on the boat.
Right.
And I guess he psychically attacks Batman. And then Batman throws the Batarang and misses. And then he's gone, the monk. And Batman's in his plane going away. Batcopter flying away. It doesn't show him getting on a copter or anything like that.
No.
No, he stays on the boat.
But
right.
So my point still stands. Why didn't he just go on the boat? Everything's on the boat.
Well, see, everybody knows the monk. If they put a couple more panels in, he's sitting by the pool with no shirt on. He's just got his red hood on. Yeah, he's hanging out. He's got a martini.
Nobody really sees him because he can mind control him to not see him.
Yeah, you don't see me. This is not the monk you're looking for.
I don't know. Apparently, the Batman flies back to the city and looks into a window. I don't know why he's looking in the window.
Yeah. What? Wait, he flew back to where? Where is he now?
I guess he didn't fly. So he flies from Gotham, because I'm assuming it's Gotham,
right,
over the Atlantic Ocean to the boat, and then to Europe on one single gasoline-powered, I'm assuming, Batcopter in one day.
I don't. Now, when I look at this website, it says locations for this comic book was Gotham City, Wayne Manor, New York City, France, and Paris.
Yes.
When was he in New York City?
Maybe his fiance lives in New York City.
Maybe.
I wonder if that's when all the people are fleeing, when he's in New York.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're not used to seeing shit flying around like they are in Gotham.
But
because that's probably where the cruise goes out of, New York.
Yeah.
Helicopters, even these days, don't have a lot of fuel. There's no way they're making it across the Atlantic Ocean.
Well,
it's not a helicopter. It's a Bat Gyro.
Not only did he fly across the Atlantic Ocean, he stopped in the middle for a couple hours and just let it float around up there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It just glides. It doesn't need power. It just glides with its wings. It's a bat.
Gliding works with wind, which means it consistently goes downward. He wouldn't have made it out of the city.
No, you can go upward.
I don't know. I've seen kites down like on the beach that sit up there for days. So,
but you have to catch air drifts to go back up with the gliding.
True.
That's why it's on autopilot and its wings on the Bat Gyro.
That plane is heavy enough. And I know it's comics, but it's bothering me.
I do have a problem too. Like, how does Batman know where to go at that point in France? He said the trail leads everywhere, but he doesn't say how he's following the trail or anything.
Yeah, because they don't explain how the monk gets off the boat.
True. Well, maybe that giant gorilla coming up carried him off the boat.
Anyway, he gets to Paris, I guess that's where we're going, looks in a thing, jumps on top of a car.
Yeah, taxi cab.
Scares some poor guy out of his hat.
And his pipe.
then breaks into this room on the next panel, and then there's a giant gorilla.
Well, he breaks into the panel and finds Julie. How the hell?
And the taxi cab in Paris, the driver speaks English.
Oh yeah, help the devil himself.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they're speaking French, but Batman just understands it. So they
Understands.
So he busts into Julie's room, and there's a gorilla in her room with her.
Yeah, a big giant orange gorilla,
like 10 foot tall. He's brown in mine, but he's huge.
And so Batman doesn't even try fighting him. He jumps out of a window and into a net.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because they probably know they're like, this guy loves jumping out windows. Just put nets under every window. We'll get him. No big deal.
And then the monk touches him, calling him a rash mortal. So I guess the monk thinks he's immortal.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then he's lowering him into a pit.
Oh, snakes.
Oh, I didn't see the snakes part.
Yeah, into a den of snakes, which you probably love.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
TJ's
see them on
favorite.
mine. I can't see them all right. It's just a black blob down there for me.
It says the net begins to drop slowly into a den of snakes.
Yeah, well, I can block that out of my imagination very good.
Now, right away, this is the first time we've seen the Batarang. He's amazing with this Batarang.
Oh, yeah, he throws it from the net. It hits an electrical circuit, right?
Yeah, like a switch.
A breaker, and then I guess he hits a bottle?
No, it's a chandelier.
Oh, hits the chandelier, which causes shards of glass to come directly to him so he can cut himself out of the thing. Which, why didn't he just make a sharper Batarang?
He didn't need to. He could get glass. He's Batman.
Yeah,
well, listen, he's just stocking up his utility belt. Eventually, I'll have a razor blade in there. Don't worry.
You're obviously caught a lot of times. You keep getting trapped in these situations.
Yeah.
Have something sharp in your thing.
True.
Why couldn't he just use his ears?
He could have probably used his ears.
And they are huge when he's in the net because they stick out of the net.
Giant. Yeah.
His head fits through the hole of one of these nets.
Yes.
So the net's not even that tight. It's just loose. He probably could have wiggled his way out of it.
Well, he got glass. He's good.
He's good.
Yeah, because he cuts one strand and then it falls like a carpet, essentially.
Yeah. This monk's got the whole place booby-trapped out. Like, he only goes in another room and boom, cage now.
He's had time to prepare for Batman, that's for sure. But you know what? I don't understand. Why is he kidnapping Julie?
Well, this is the panel that he mentions what he's doing. He says, "Die here, you fool, while I send the girl Julie onto my castle in Hungary to feed my werewolves." What?
Yeah. But why her?
Yeah, why her in the first place?
It had to be her?
Why her in the first place? And then, how did he get off the boat with her, now that I'm thinking about it?
Yeah.
Because we didn't... Batman, if you go back in the panel where he throws the Batarang, Julie's behind her, and he ducks, and then in the next panel, Batman's just on a plane, and they're both missing.
Hey, you know what? He left her there. Batman left her there.
So, somehow, either the monk kidnapped her off-screen, or Batman abandoned her, and then just so he can go rescue her later.
Yeah. He's like, I'll get her. I always find. I know where she's going. All the time. I know where she's going. So they lowered the giant gorilla down in the cage with Batman on a rope.
Well, it's a hook, it looks like.
Yeah, what was the guy? Was he hanging by it?
Who knows? I don't know. This is insane. Now, this comic is where it really became a comic book.
Yeah, I love it. Maybe this is the start of Gorilla Grodd.
No, that's a different superhero.
Yeah, but he shows up in Batman. Well, he shows up in Justice League, so Batman's in Justice League, so that's it.
Okay.
I win.
So then a guard, while he's climbing out, and he finally gets himself out of the cage away from the gorilla off this thing. There's a guard, and he hits the guard in the head with his boomerang.
Yeah. And the guard but that's it. The guard shoots up in the air, and he doesn't try to shoot him again at all.
No,
I mean, he just got hit in the head with a boomerang.
Yeah, if somebody hit me in the head with a boomerang, I'd be trying to shoot him.
Is it a bat boomerang?
A bat boomerang.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a bat boomerang.
Well, the bat plane comes back in now. They're calling it a bat plane.
Oh, yeah.
The idling bat plane hovers above the Batman.
And it's not a plane either. It's still a helicopter because it's got propellers.
It does. It's still got the gyro at the top.
Yeah.
And then apparently Julie's in a car driving to the werewolves.
Right. To feed the werewolves.
Apparently somewhere along the line she skids off the road.
Well, Batman jumps on the roof of the car. And then
almost
they crash into a tree.
and makes her crash into a tree. Yeah, Batman just made his girlfriend crash into a tree.
Yeah, he's not a nice person.
Or his fiance, whatever. Then he gets back on the chopper and says, "Poor kid," and he flies away.
Yeah. But he sets his automatic controls for Hungary, home of the vicious monk and his werewolves. He's taking her with him?
I guess.
I don't think that's a good idea. Somebody should call him.
That is...
Well, she just stays on the bat gyro.
Oh yeah, they can just leave her in the air, right?
But it's already
and it'll just hover.
But it's already been proven that this monk guy can take over her mind.
Yeah, but he saves her, though. It's okay. He's going to put her on the bat gyro, and everything's going to be fine.
Oh.
You won't know, because this is to be continued.
Oh, I see. I understand now. Because it's a to be continued.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. So every mistake up until that point is forgiven because it could be solved in the next issue.
Right, they can do whatever they want because everything changes in the next episode.
So just so you know, I was just yelling at you guys. I muted so I could cough, and I never unmute it. And I'm like, "What? Why aren't you listening to me?"
Well, I kept talking because I heard you go silent. I was like, and then I clicked over and saw that you were muted. I was like, "Oh, he's probably doing something. I better fill the air."
I was coughing. What it says was, "What plans does the monk have in mind, and what does he want with Julie?" I think we found out he wants to feed her to his werewolves.
Yeah, they need food.
I thought she was going to feed them, like, food, not herself.
Oh, like she was going to be the keeper of the werewolves?
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
That's a possibility, too. Like,
I thought
and
the way he was saying
werewolves.
that he was feeding her to the werewolves. But
that's what I thought, too, but now you might be right.
But that doesn't make sense. Why bother at that point if you're going to take over her mind?
Well, he doesn't want to feed the werewolves by himself.
Well, that's my point. She can just get her to buy it. He doesn't need to feed her directly to him.
True. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You get someone else to do your work for you.
Maybe they only like girls to look like her. They gotta have blonde hair and a red dress.
She doesn't have blonde hair.
Black hair, I'm sorry, and a red dress.
Maybe.
I don't know. Find out next week.
It's also the Batman's fiance, so...
No, it's not. It's Bruce Wayne's fiance.
Yeah, whoa.
The Batman doesn't...
knows
No, he doesn't.
Who it is. He's got mind control. He can read his mind.
They never established that at all.
They established he has mind control. And he took over...
Yeah, but doesn't establish that he can read thought.
Just saying.
Just that he can control.
If he can control it, then he can read it.
You don't know the extent of his powers.
I'm just saying he knows that's his fiance. Why would he be targeting her?
If we're going by the title of the comic, apparently I'm assuming this monk is going to turn out to be a vampire because he's got werewolves and stuff.
I'll tell you what, we read the next one, there better be a vampire in it.
Yeah, or why else would they call anything vampire? This had nothing to do with it. They had a gorilla. They talked about werewolves, but no one ever says anything about a vampire.
Nope.
So
no one.
I'm assuming this monk's a vampire, and if that's the case, it could be just that infatuation control that vampires have. Maybe it's not mind control. You know, it's like hypnosis or something.
I don't know. I kind of peeked ahead, and it looks crazy. That's all I got to say about that.
In the next one.
Yeah,
I didn't spoil myself.
Yeah.
So
me neither.
I'm just going to peel the veil back a little bit here. We're recording 5 at a time, and this is the last one in this clump. So we're leaving off on a to be continued, so we actually don't know what's going to happen next time.
I mean, we could have read ahead, but apparently none of us did. I've read them before, but that was years ago. Now I'm back, now I'm reading them again.
I never read them, and I read the 5, and I have no idea what's coming next.
But yeah, this is definitely where Batman turns into a comic book, that's for sure.
I like
this one is definitely more comic book. There's crazy stuff going on.
I fully enjoyed it.
When you think comic book, this is what of this time period. This is what you think of.
Right.
Definitely. This is what made comic.
And I don't think there was a single murder in this issue.
Oh, no, nobody died.
Yeah.
No.
They'll save it for the next one, probably.
The one guard gets hit in the head, but there is no deaths.
Yep. So his death count's still at 5, just so we're clear.
I mean, and we're 6 episodes in, so we're averaging 1 per episode. So.
Yeah, and the first issue wasn't even a Batman.
Right, and he wasn't even in the first issue. So.
Yeah.
We don't know now that things are changing, so you may stall at 5.
Yeah.
No, maybe. Possibly.
But I don't think so.
Well, not likely. Not at all. Even in the newer ones, when some of these things that he does oh, he's still alive. There's no way that person actually survived that. So,
If he's not pronounced dead, then he's not dead.
well,
He's got to be dead in the comic,
I'm
or else
pronouncing
it's
him
not
dead.
a death count.
I pronounce him dead.
You see what happens? Dr. Death, you would have pronounced him dead. You
Yep.
didn't read the next
Nope,
comic.
because I read that Dr. Death could be coming back in the next issue.
But you tried to count him. You counted Dr. Death as a 5.
No, I didn't.
Then
Uncle Chris tried to count him as 5. I was against it.
you counted him as 5.
I said
And then
I said 4,
you went back.
possibly 5 to satiate Uncle Chris's bloodlust.
Listen,
all
I
right?
was only counting him until we got to the next one.
He did have to be counted until we got to the next.
We didn't know.
But it was still 5 either way,
Yeah.
because in the next one he did kill someone.
Yes.
He did. He's got to make up for it next issue then.
Yes, needs to make it 7 in the next issue.
I guess we're out of things to talk about.
That's it.
Yeah. I have nothing left.
All right.
Well, what do you got for us, Uncle Chris?
Oh, come on. You want to hear these jokes are too good for you guys. What does Batgirl wear to bed?
A cow.
A dark nightgown.
Ah.
A dark nightgown, get it? Dark night.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.
Hello, TJ here from Everything in Us. I just want to do a quick shout out to the people who wrote the opening and outro of the song. It is by Magnus Moon, and the song is called Ecliptic. It's royalty-free music from Tribe of Noise. I didn't have to credit them, but I figured they wrote it, they should get some kind of credit for it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to put that. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.